ढुक्कै भयो नि हौ यो रेकर्ड पनि भएको छ
उयो भएन नि मेरो इन्स्टाग्राम डाउनलोडै भएन
ए होस् होस् मैले उसले उ गरेको रहेछ कि
पठाइदिन्छ होला नि त
हैन इन्स्टाग्राममा
Practicing on her own. Before that, she used to work with Colgate in the legal department. That was in Mumbai. About her running journey, she has run more than 50 races, which includes multiple half marathons, full marathons, also ultra marathons. And the highest distance she has run till date is around 100 kilometers. That was in Bangalore Ultra Marathon 2015. Roshni does a very special thing in her life. She is a founder of Run with Roshni Foundation, through which she is supporting underprivileged Gorkha runners from Darjeeling region to run marathon across India. And the runners who have been associated with Run with Roshni have run in different marathons all over India and have won podium places. So vision of Run with Roshni Foundation is to create a team of Gorkha runners who will one day win an Olympic medal for India. Roshni has received multiple awards. Some of them are Kalimpong Ratna, which was in 2013. Then Gorkha Gaurav Award 2015. Tenzing Hillary Everest Marathon Goodwill Ambassador from India 2016 to 2019. And multiple other awards. So welcome Roshni, and it's great to have you here and know about your story. So to start with, could you just tell us that how your journey started?
Yeah. Thank you so much, Amit, for this opportunity. And I'm really sorry for the last time goof up because of the network. We couldn't come live. And today from my village, I have come to Kalimpong, especially for this talk. And it's so nice to be on this Insta live. So journey about running marathons you want me to start with?
Right? As you wish, maybe your early life and how you basically came to Bombay and then how you got introduced into running.
Okay. So, basically, I'm from a small village. It's known as Padong. It's in a district of Kalimpong. Earlier, Kalimpong was a subdivision of Darjeeling district, during which time you also had visited Padong. And we used to tell ourselves that we are from Darjeeling, but technically now we are not from Darjeeling. We are from Kalimpong district of West Bengal. And my village is 21 kilometers away from Kalimpong. So I grew up in Padong only. I studied till class 12 in Padong, and from from first year of BA LLB, I moved to Siliguri, North Bengal University. So in North Bengal University, 5 years course I did BA LLB, and after that I came to Kalimpong and I was practicing in Kalimpong court for a year. In 2004, I went to Mumbai to do masters in law. And I completed my masters in 2006. So from 2006 and around October 2006, I saw the advertisement of Standard Chartered Mumbai Marathon. During that time, Standard Chartered used to sponsor FCMM. So their slogan was to feel the spirit of Mumbai Run Marathon. So I thought I can do at least half marathon. Without knowing the distance of half marathon, I did the registration. We had to go to the branch of Standard Chartered Bank. And after doing the registration, when I got the acknowledgement seat, during that time when I looked at it, it was showing that 21 kilometer, 0.97 meter. And I was telling the lady in the counter that actually I wanted to run half marathon. And she is telling me that, half marathon is 21 kilometer. That's how, without knowing the distance of half marathon, I participated in SCMM half marathon 2007. I was badly injured. I was bedridden for almost a week. And by 2007, October or November, I got a job in Colgate Palmolive as a legal executive. There was a Kolpal Brothers Club in Colgate. I met my coach Daniel Vaj there. So when I went to meet Daniel for the first time, I told him about my injury while running first half marathon. He asked me that how many months did you practice for the half marathon? And I was wondering, like, do we need to practice for the marathon as well? I had no idea at all. So under the proper guidance of Daniel Vaz, I started running half marathon. And during those days, we used to have Mumbai road runners, right, in RA, for which I used to go with Amit only. And we used to have wonderful long runs every weekend. So after running half marathon for almost a year, whole of 2009, I was running half marathon. From 2010, I started running full marathon, 42 kilometer. And in 2010 only, I ran Bangalore 50 kilometer. 2011, I did 75 kilometer. And then 2012, I ran this Comrades Marathon of 89 kilometer in South Africa. So for that practice run and all, we did that in Kalimpong, that friendly group long run, for which Amit, you also had come, and we had amazing memories of running in that Kalimpong. So yeah.
Just to talk about that run, I think that was one of the most amazing experiences which I had in my life.
Right.
Just to get into the details of that, I never expected that as runners you can get so much respect and love from the local population. We started running from Siliguri, and then we reached the town of Kalimpong, and I think the entire town was there in the main square of the town. We were just 5 of us running, and there was at least, let's say, 5,000 people there to sort of welcome us, and that was a sight to behold. I can never forget that in my life.
All right.
Finally, when we reached your village in Pedong, we saw that entire school ground has been readied, and the entire village population is present there. And there was
cultural programs.
Amazing. It was something which I think I can never forget. That love, hospitality, and the kind of encouragement. So Roshni, I think that was the run which basically gave birth to the idea that how to support the local runners who are running along with. So just talk about that, I think.
Right, sure. Actually, in hills, we see like people are always sports lover, and football is very popular. And I think I was the first one to do long distance running. And when I was in school and college, I was never a runner. I ran first time in Mumbai only. So by seeing 5 of us running, that also inspired lots of local runners over here. And there were if you remember, there were many local kids. They wanted to run the entire distance of 50 kilometer with us, but I only stopped them from running because without training, I was worried that they may get injured if they run without. Because I myself got injured while running without practice 21 kilometer, and I was afraid if these kids run 50 kilometer without any training, they may get injured. So I did not allow many local kids to run with us during that time. But from Kalimpong till Pedong, if you remember, there were lots of kids running with us. They had never run 10 kilometer also, but they could easily run. They were chatting and talking, and they could easily cover 21 kilometers. So during that time only, I got the idea, without training, if these kids can run 21 kilometers so easily, if with some training, they can really do good. Advice, suggestion from Daniel Vaz also inspired me, because every time he used to tell me that I have a benefit of growing up in hills. I never used to get injury as such for whatever distance I used to do for the ultra marathons of 50 kilometer, 89 kilometer and all. I did not get such injury. So he used to tell me that I have a benefit of growing up in hills. So that actually inspired, and that event, Friendly Group Long Run of 2012, I think, that really inspired me to do this project, Run with Roshni, 2 weeks supporting the local runners and who actually have the potential of becoming international level runners. So that's now Run with Roshni is a registered charity foundation. So we are raising funds and all, and supporting all these kids to run all across India, and their result is very, very inspiring. Yeah.
Roshni, just getting into some more details about Run with Roshni. I know that you have supported so many young kids from that area, and so
Yes.
many young kids have basically gone on to win podiums in very big marathon races across India. So, any stories you want to highlight which has changed lives in terms of from nothing to everything? I think there are many inspiring stories there.
Yes, there are like many inspiring, like from villages, for the first time in 2012, we supported 20 runners to run Mumbai Marathon. And in 2012 and 13, we did not have any proper structure to select the runners. Randomly, we would tell young kids that if they want to go to Mumbai to run marathon, they can come and talk to me or my friend. I was in Mumbai during those days, and my friend Premika, she was the first runner to enroll herself for Mumbai Marathon. So I used to tell these kids to come, to go and meet Premika, and she would just write down the name, and without any training, we would just buy train tickets for them, to registration for them for running Mumbai Marathon. And first time also 2012, as you know that in Mumbai half marathon, there would be almost 13,000 plus runners running half marathon only. And they have a seating category A. Like if you get a beep with A, starting A, you will get to stand in a front row. As per your timing of the last marathon, you get to stand in A, respectively B, C, D. It goes like that. And our local runners did not have that previous recognized marathon certificate. So all my runners had to start from D category. But still, Prabal Chetri, starting from D category, he came 9th out of 13,000 runners. He came 9th in 9th position. And other runners also, within, they can run. They come to run without any practice, but still they can run 1 hour 30 minutes. Aram se. So from 2015 onwards, we started organizing this Kalimpong half marathon. So from this event, we select runners for coming to Mumbai Marathon. So this most of the time, this from villages, these kids come, and they may not having proper running shoes as well. And they are getting lots of good exposure. What inspires me is when these kids get selected to my team, we are selecting 3 boys. Whoever comes in Kalimpong half marathon in position 1st, 2nd, 3rd position, 3 boys, 3 girls, like that. So 6 new runners come to our team every year. So when they get selected to team, they will not be very open. They will not be very comfortable even to talk to me. But we always have this Kalimpong half marathon in month of May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December. We train them, and January we take them to run Mumbai Marathon. Once they come with me to Mumbai, run Mumbai Marathon, they get lots of exposure. Many kids, they would be traveling for the first time by train also, and seeing big city, meeting people and all. After they come back, I see lots of differences in their personality also. They are taking initiative. They are inspiring more kids in their villages, and it is inspiring more and more students, young kids to to start up running and participating in our local events. So many of our runners from Team Run with Roshni, they have shared with me that almost 7 or 8 runners from team, they have got recruited in Indian Army, and they were telling that while going for the interview, they had taken along with their qualification certificate of Madhyamik Pariksha, they have shown the running Mumbai Marathon running certificates, which had given a very good impression on the officer who is taking the interview for them. So there is one runner, Puran Rai. He is in Army, Gorkha Regiment. He is still continuing to run. So he is already in national team, and he's running with Army now. And there are many boys, 7 or 8 boys. They are running on their own, but out of all other runners, Puran is really doing good. He is already in national team of runners. And other runners are also doing very good. There is one, Ramesh Tamang. He is doing a bachelor's in physical education from Guwahati University. And he was supporting his education by whatever prize money he used to get from winning marathons. With that prize money, he was supporting his own education. And with the after we got Run with Roshni Foundation as registered as a charity trust, we have got ATC and all. So from many people, we are getting like funds to support his education. So for 6 months, we have to pay almost 35 to 40,000. So one semester is 6 months. So like every year, one semester, if foundation is supporting, next semester he is getting support from his family. Like that, he is about to complete his graduation. And he is also telling that we have a benefit of growing up in hills for becoming a very good long distance runner. So he wants to pursue masters as well, and he wants to do specialization in long distance running. So such kind of a story really gives me inspiration to carry forward the project which I have taken this Run with Roshni.
That's mind-boggling. Actually, we saw those kids who were running with us. Some of them without shoes on.
Yeah.
And we saw them running steep hills in such a nice fashion, and it was really inspiring for us. And we have been training for years and years. So, Roshni, tell us something about your adventure in South Africa, because that was, I think, a long-held dream for which I think you prepared for months together. So, how did it go, and how did you go about it actually?
There's Comrades Marathon, as you know, it is the oldest ultra marathon of the world. It is Guinness Book. It has the Guinness Book of World Record also. So it is started in 1918 by Wicklow Ham as a respect to the fallen soldiers. Wicklow Ham, he was an ambulance driver in the First World War, and he saw many of his comrades falling down. Some of them he could help, some of them he could never return from the battlefield. So in the memory of all the fallen comrades, he started Comrades Marathon in 1921. So though it was happening from 1921, no one from India had gone to participate, and in 2009, when Amit Seth from Mumbai had gone to participate on it, he couldn't complete 89 kilometers in 12 hours. And he after I think he had to drop from 81 kilometers, because there is a cut off 23 kilometers you have to reach in 3 hours, 50 kilometers in 6 hours. Like that 81 kilometers, if you don't reach in 11 hours, you cannot go further. So he couldn't complete 89 kilometers in 12 hours. So after coming back to India, he has written a very nice blog, Agony and Ecstasy of Running Comrades Marathon. After reading his blog only, I got to know about the Comrades Marathon. So in 2009 it was, and I just spoke to Coach Daniel Batz that I want to run this Comrades Marathon one day. And Coach told me that it is not only physical training, but it is you have to train yourself mentally also. So you have to prepare for all of this. And I think if you train 3 years regularly, you'll be able to do this Comrades Marathon. And that's how I started running the ultra marathon of 50 kilometer in Bangalore, 75 kilometer. It was all my training run for the Comrades Marathon. And I always had this experience of telling people, I had to keep on explaining how I'm Indian. Looking at my face, people would say me, ask me, are you from China, Hong Kong? Educated people, the discussion would be like that. And I would say, no, I'm Indian. Then they would ask me again, what's your mother tongue? And I say Nepali. And again, there is a confusion if I am migrated from Nepal. Though Nepali is already recognized language under the Constitution of India, people are not aware of it. So when I read this Comrades Marathon, about the Comrades Marathon, I thought I will dedicate it as a tribute to all the Gorkha soldiers who have sacrificed their life for Mother India while borders of Mother India. So with that, we started training for the Comrades Marathon, and I always used to in my long runs I've done with you only in RA and our Mumbai Road Runner group. So it was very difficult. Training in Mumbai was very, very tough. But during those days, I used to visualize that I would touch the finishing line of Comrades Marathon with India's flag in my hand. And I requested my parents also to come with me in 2012 Africa for participating in Comrades Marathon. And I started 5 in the morning from Peterborough. Kingsmart Stadium, where like many times we happen to watch cricket, World Cup cricket. There. So, just before 200 meter before the finishing line, there was a tent for international marathon runners supporter. My parents were also waiting for me. So as soon as I entered the like Kingsmart Stadium, like I saw my parents waving India's flag. I took the flag from my mom's hand and ran last 200 meter with India's flag in my hand. And when I touched the finishing line, I was shouting Jai Gorkha, Jai Hind. It was so amazing. Like, I had visualized that moment so many times when training for the Comrades Marathon in the Mumbai sun, and like that visualization, actually it came true there. And that official photographer also had clicked that photograph of me touching the finishing line with India's flag in my hand. That was the best moment of my life.
Amazing.
Yeah.
I think we all remember that photograph, and I think the expressions on that photograph are priceless.
Yes.
It basically exemplifies the months and months of really hard work which you put in, and
Right.
seeing that flag flying in your hand. I think
Right.
along with you, we also sort of experienced that finish line feeling for comrades. So
Yeah,
amazing.
thank you.
So getting back to your book, from
Yes.
mountain to ocean. So
Yes.
how did that idea came about, and what is this book all about? Would you throw some more
Okay.
light?
Okay, yeah, actually, like, Run with Roshni also started as a project when I was doing a leadership course, landmark, from the Landmark Worldwide. And while doing self-expression and leadership, this project came up, Run with Roshni. And I did communication course also, again from Landmark Worldwide. And in communication course, there is 2 years course, team management and leadership course, in which every 3 months we had to create a project, and which we call is game in the world. Like, we play it as a game, and there should be a vision, and there should be some impact out there in the society. So every time, like, every 3 months, it was 2 years course. Every 3 months, my project would be around going for trekking, running, like that only. And my coach started telling me that, Roshni, apart from running, trekking, and like this thing also, there are so much in life. Do something different. I'm not going to approve like your project if you come up with that thing related to running, walking, this exercises thing only. Do something different. That nothing was coming to my head. And then one day I was sitting with coach again, and he asked me, what do you really like, apart from running, what do you enjoy doing? So suddenly thought came to my mind. I used to love like writing blogs. So I said, writing blogs, I have written so many blogs. Then coach only suggested, why don't you publish a book with all your blogs? Then I started compiling all my blogs. So it came out very good. And I always wanted to write a book in my mother's life. So like from where to start, like, I wanted to write about Gorkhaland agitation also happening in Darjeeling. We are demanding separation from West Bengal by creating a separate state within the Union of India for our identity only, because every time we have to keep on explaining how we are Indian. So in this book, it is like, my journey, how I grew up in Pedong and in mountain, and I went to Mumbai and started running marathons. So journey from mountain to the ocean, and it has all the experiences of my running in South Africa, Czech Republic, and all these marathons, how I started Run with Roshni. And there are few chapters about the agitation of Gorkhaland of 86 and all in between. And beginning of the book is actually it's about my mom. My parents had a very good reason to go for abortion when I was conceived, because my papa was in army and mom was alone at home, and she was milking the cow, and cow had kicked her when she was 7 months pregnant with me. So it was all like bluish. Her belly had become very bluish, and that time there was no ultrasonography, nothing was there. And papa was called home. He took mom to army hospital, and doctor just checked mom, and doctor told, I cannot tell you the how is baby condition of the baby, but baby is alive. That much only doctor could tell. So my papa told that whatever will be the condition of baby, whether it will be handicap or whatever, you forget about abortion. We'll take care of the baby. So later on, after 9 months, I was born and with all my hands and legs intact. So that's how I was born. So I wanted to write about.
We must thank your father that he took that decision at that moment.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
amazing story that you are saying that before even you were born, I think there was a chance that you would not be here. But,
Right.
Came to this world, you have changed so many lives in your hometown and all across. Very
Yeah,
inspiring.
thank you.
Very inspiring. So
Yeah,
I know that you went to China also for representing India for one.
Yeah, India.
So
Yes,
tell us
yes.
something about that.
Okay, yeah, actually after my book got published, first chapter is about my mother's story, then everything is there in my book. And that book was almost 20 cities I traveled with my book. I even went to Kathmandu, Sikkim, Dehradun, Bangalore, in total 20 cities I traveled with my book. And when my book was published in Sikkim, Sikkim Express had given me a very good coverage, which happened to read by the chairman of Everest Marathon. His name is Bikram Parekazi. Actually, he was in Sikkim to meet the Chief Minister of Sikkim, Pawan Kumar Chamling. And they had an appointment and he was waiting for other friends to come down. It was morning time and he happened to get 2 days old newspaper in which my interview was there about my book, this From the Mountain to the Ocean, Run with Roshni, and it had the vision of Run with Roshni also. I always tell, whenever I get opportunity, I tell that there are so many Gorkhas who have sacrificed their life and they have come back home with Tiranga on their chest. Sahid come home with Tiranga and chest, but that vision of Run with Roshni is that Gorkhas should come back home with Tiranga on the soldiers, the way sports person return home. We have seen Sachin Tendulkar many times, Dhoni coming back home with the Tiranga on the soldiers. That should be the vision of Gorkhas, through sports, we should be doing like that. So that was everything covered in that interview. It was read by Vikram sir, chairman of Everest Marathon. So he asked one of his staff, he called up the staff and he told that, I read about this Roshni Rai, please get the contact for me. So I got a call from his office and they asked me what time would be the good time to talk to sir. I was in the train going to Bangalore to run Bangalore 100 kilometer in 2015 November. So I told that his staff that I am about to reach Bangalore and after 7 I would be free to talk to him. So I got a call from Bikram sir in the evening and 2-3 years back, I had seen the website of Everest Marathon. I liked it so much. I wanted to go for it. And when I went to the registration section, I saw it registration fee is 2,500 USD, which is close to 2 lakhs rupees. So it was very expensive for me. I thought it's too expensive for me. So I closed that website and I thought I can never go to run Everest Marathon. And I had forgotten that dream. And when I reached Bangalore, I got a call from Bikram sir and he's telling that, Roshni, whatever vision you are seeing for Indian Gorkhas, it is not only for Indian Gorkhas, but it is going to redefine the identity of Gorkhas all across the world. I am so inspired by your vision and I am the chairman of Everest Marathon. I want to invite you to run Everest Marathon. I was getting goosebumps. Yes, and that experience of going to Everest Marathon was so amazing. It happens every year on 29th May, and one day before the marathon, they have a mock run for photo session and all. So on 28th of May 2016, it was a 10 days trekking we had done. We had reached the base camp. And before the photo shoot and all, they had got the peace lamp from Lumbini, birthplace of Lord Buddha, to Everest Base Camp by a team of runners of Nepal. That was given to me and they declared me as a goodwill ambassador of Everest Marathon for India. So when I had a altitude sickness in base camp, but when I got that lamp in my hand, I was so I had forgotten all the altitude sickness. I was feeling so good, so fresh. So after coming back from the Everest Marathon, I went back to Mumbai And again, Bikram sir called me that he was sending two runners, the winner of Everest Full Marathon 2016 and another event, Ultra Marathon of 60 Marathon. Purna Bhai and Ved Bhai, two were there. So they were getting sponsored to run China Marathon. That event was organized by the Mountaineering Association of China. So sir told me that I could go, go join them as in a capacity of Everest Marathon Goodwill Ambassador, but I can represent India there. It was so inspiring for me. Yeah, so I got the visa, everything done from Mumbai. I flew from Mumbai to Calcutta, and from Calcutta I flew to Kunming, and it was in a very remote place. Shingi Marathon. There were two events: Shingi Marathon and Jinsa 50 kilometer. Shingi Marathon was on Thursday, and Jinsa Marathon 50 kilometer was on this Sunday. Just 2 days gap. So Shingi Marathon I could complete in less than 6 hours. But Jinsa just 2 days after I had to run 50 kilometer, which I had to. It was my first DNF, did not finish. I had to give up after 25 kilometer. It was very tough. It was in a mountain only, through jungle and all we had to run. But in the beginning, they had the flag of each and every country boat written with its country's name was there. So it was so amazing experience for me because I was the only Indian, standing behind the boat where India was written and India's flag was also there. Yeah, so that was. Yeah, thank you.
So, you mentioned about Everest Marathon. I have been to Everest Base Camp, and I know that even walking is difficult there. When you walk, you start panting within a few steps. And you ran there, and I think not every human can do that. Very few are there on this planet who can actually run in that kind of rarefied environment. But kudos to you, Roshni, and I think it has been great talking to you today. And
Yes.
we hope that this journey which you have started with Run with Roshni continues. And one fine day, we will hope to see that Olympic gold medalist come from that region, which
Definitely.
is, I think, the ultimate dream for Run
Yes.
Foundation. So, given that we are approaching the end of our conversation,
Yes.
any parting thoughts from your side?
So in this, nowadays we know that we need to have a very good immunity to fight this COVID also. So taking care of our body is very, very important. It is not necessary that you have to come and run marathon, but at least doing some physical exercises is very, very important. And nowadays I see young people, they are spending so much of time on social media. They are sleeping very late. Sleeping in time and getting up on time is also very important for being healthy. So if we are able to sleep on time, as a marathon runner, we know the importance of rest, how rest makes a difference in running marathons, how it gives us strength to run properly next day. So sleeping 8 hours, 7 hours, 8 hours is very, very important. And that sleeping time is also very important. We cannot sleep during daytime 8 hours, there's 7 hours. In proper time sleeping and getting up, that in earlier days, our ancestors used to live such kind of life, and they have stayed always healthy. That is very, very important. Even if we are not being able to take out time for running and all, at least sleeping is so easy. So maintaining our sleeping time, I personally feel it is very, very important. And sleeping on time, getting up on time only has helped me to run even 100 kilometers. That's what I feel. And even if you can't run, walk, so at least maintain the sleeping time. That's what I want to tell this young generation, so that we can be strong enough to fight this COVID as well.
That's I think very relevant advice, because I think these days what is happening that people are at home and there are so many channels online, and the people are binge watching on TV and ignoring their health. And
Yes.
this is a very, very important message here, that whatever
Yeah.
the circumstances, take care of your body, have
Yes.
proper diet,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
exercise.
So, even if you can't do exercise, at least sleeping is so easy. Take care of your sleeping time. Even if you do that, that will make lots of difference in your life. Yeah.
So, Roshni, I do hope that this difficult period gets over, and we all get to see Padong again, from where
Yeah.
we can glimpse the Kanchenjunga range. I can never forget that sight from near your home.
Yeah.
We know that you live so close to nature, and such beautiful mountains around. The second highest mountain in India, in the world actually, Kanchenjunga.
Oh, yeah.
Right, visible from your
I think
house.
third, K2 is second. Third is Kanchenjunga.
Right.
Yes.
So, but
Yeah.
that is amazing place to be and live there. So, Roshni, all the best for your dreams for Run with Roshni Foundation. Thanks for joining us today. So, we hope
Yeah.
that you continue your good work. Thank you so
Yeah.
much.
Thank you so much, Amit. Yeah. Bye bye.
दादाउनु पनि एक
Okay,
घन्टा
thanks.
लाग्दैन नि त
Bye.
उसरी क्या उयो ढिलो भयो भने
Bye.
नदिनु ल नदिनु भने क्यान्सलै गरेर स्कुल थियो है हो